Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Nate Moore and this is Excel video 267. I just got back from spending the week in Indiana with one of my clients that does a lot of pulling data out of their software and putting it into Excel and pivot tables and working more on dashboards to try to really understand what's going on in their practice. When you're ready to do the same with your practice, I'd love to help you. We're to the end now of the Home tab on the ribbon. We're going to talk about Find and Select for this video and for several more because there's a bunch of things you can do with the Find and Select menu. So let's get started. From Find and Select, there's Find and Replace. We're going to talk about those two today, and let's pick Find. Notice the Find and Replace menu says, what do you want to find? And the Replace menu says, what do you want to replace it with? I've got this expanded out, but I can click this Options button and get even fewer options. So you say, what do you want to find? What do you want to replace it with? The thing I want to point out about this window is if I choose Replace, I get the very same window. I just have the Replace tab instead of the Find tab. So I can get there either way. I'm going to choose the Find tab. And let's say I want to find Aetna. If I choose Find Next, and Next, and Next, Excel will go through and find Aetna throughout my spreadsheet. Watch for this. It's a little bit of a gotcha. If you happen to have this, let's say you've got this highlighted, you know, I mean, you can see Aetna. Aetna is in my spreadsheet. But if you do Find and Select and do Find, and Excel remembers, hey, last time I was looking for Aetna, this time I'm going to keep looking for Aetna, and I do Find Next, it's not going to find it. And the reason it can't find it is when I highlight a specific area to look, before I click Find, maybe I'll put it that way, when I highlight a specific area before I find, Excel is only going to look in that area, whereas if I've only got one cell highlighted, and I say, all right, let's find Aetna, it will find it throughout the worksheet. It might find it here in column E or in G or wherever else I might have it. So if I want to find everything, and I know Aetna is in my, this is my due from my primary insurance category, that's fine. I'll go to Find and Aetna, and it will find it all day long. At least until I run out of Aetnas. Now that I have Find working, let's click over and do Replace. Let me get this back in the menu so you can see it. Now that I have Find working, let's do Replace. Let's, heaven forbid, replace Aetna with Medicaid. So if we find, wants to jump over there, let me put it back over here so you can see it. We can find the next one, and here's one here. If we do Replace, and then Replace, see here, now you can see it. There's Replace because it's on the screen, Replace. Or instead of replacing them one at a time, you can just do Replace All, and Excel will come back and say, hey, found it, and I replaced 136 Aetna with Medicaid. So that's how Find works, and that's how Find and Replace work. And remember that it is sensitive to what you had highlighted before. If I highlight this and look for Aetna, well, I'm not going to find Aetna no matter what now. If I look for Medicaid here, it won't find it. But if I click on one cell, it will look in the entire spreadsheet for whatever it is I'm looking for. So be careful what you have highlighted before you go to Find and Replace so you don't inadvertently limit the scope of where Excel is looking. That's Find and Replace and some basics. There's a bunch of things you can do with Find and Replace in this Options menu. Find and Replace have some different options there. There are a bunch of powerful things you can do to find and then replace with these options, and I'm going to start talking about that in the next Excel video. Look forward to seeing you then.